living down south. I.W.C campus. Love.
This is your girl Alina. You don't know it's all about I.W.C campus.
I.W.C. Rastafari there. Jack your sister.
I.W.C campus is your girl bad girl Cecile. I'm rolling.
I.W.C campus. It's your girl Nikisha Bond. Better make sure you're I.W.C.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the panel. Tough act to follow. After listening to that speech, I wish I wrote a longer one. But nonetheless, trust, a word that has been used up, dragged out, misrepresented, and would seem to have become obsolete. We live in a society where everyone has a right, but no one wants the responsibility for the rights they have. My name is Llyod Cruicshank, and I have made our rights as students my responsibility. Each of you here today, though unique, shares similar problems. A mentor once told me, people can only see others from their point of reality. Now, I might not have many achievements because I'm one of you, coming out of the fold, in the crowd, just as you were, and I decided to stand up. And there's a reason I use the word up. When the reality of 80% of the student population, myself included, is that we believe our voices, our opinions, our choices, and our concerns do not matter. The responsibility must be taken up. I was among you, feeling tired of not being in the know, complaining, judging, speculating, feeling that I had to align myself to get into the loop. I then decided to stand up and take up the responsibility. It's not by mistake that I say up. The position of public relations requires understanding people. This facilitates building lasting relationships, a service, not just a talk. Should you, my fellow students, elect me the next VP of Public Relations, I would work tirelessly to attain the duties of my manifesto. And those who haven't seen it as yet, I aim to develop an open line of communication between the Students' Union and the students' population. I will also aim to rebuild the social and traditional spirit of the university through continuous work with the directors. I also would like to develop an effective internal network and support group that includes all faculties, every person, no matter how small they think they are. Increase the awareness of all university activities, and again I say all university activities, through various mediums that technology has to offer, plus word of mouth. To reinvent the image of the Students' Union to be seen in a more positive light. No second guessing, no doubt, but believing that the union is for the people. To lobby for the part-time students to have equal privilege as full-time students. This was brought to my attention while campaigning. It is my hope that my vision will spread like wildfire and forever burn in your hearts. To make the difference seen and not just heard. To regain the trust of the student population. To operate with transparency to ensure that the future of the relationship between us, the students, and our union be an open and honest one in its entirety. Today, I stand here. I ask you not to trust me, but to give me the opportunity to earn your trust. Not to stand behind me, nor to feel beneath me, but to stand with me, beside me, to achieve something far greater than no individual can achieve on his or her own. Because cooperation coupled with zeal accomplishes what zeal alone cannot do. My fellow students, I have the zeal, but without your input, I cannot accomplish this feat. All students in all faculties, putting the voices and spirits back into the mouths and hearts of the student population, working with reps as I intend to rep the student population. Not for popularity, but simply because I believe. So today, my fellow students, as I stand up with the zeal to act up, I ask that you step up, talk up, vote up, so that I, Llyod Cruicshank, can serve up. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. As persons vying for the post of VP Public Relations, I think a lot can be said about what, as persons vying for the post VP Public Relations, I believe a lot can be said from the campaign that we have seen or not seen. Now, last year when Miss Wright was running for the post VP PR, I believe even if students weren't aware that there was an election, they knew that Delta Wright existed, right? So how is it that as VP Public Relations that is supposed to be giving students information in creative and interesting ways that the campaign is lacking? We're not seeing much of anything from both candidates. Yes. How are you not promoting yourself, and then how can you promote the union?
Okay, from that standpoint, everyone has a reality, and my reality is one of limited resources. Those that know me know that I am a full-time student that works part-time on campus, plus I work off campus. I have selected a few persons as part of my committee, as my committee is not yet in its full effect, and I use word of mouth and some of the mediums that have been made available to myself, and I exhaust those resources on a daily basis. I believe in building relationships, knowing each person on a one-on-one basis. Now, if I have 25 persons spreading flyers about me, but can't see my vision because I am the only one that can relay my vision the way with passion that I can. If I can reach one or two persons and then have those persons that have been empowered with my vision tell others about me, well, I believe that my campaign is getting strong.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now, I too share the complaint of scarcity of resources. However, what I have used to combat this challenge is simply using my 2 feet. Walking. This is what I have been doing. Now, if you have not seen me, I'm sure you have seen the flyers and asked, who is that person? I have never seen this gentleman on campus before. However, through my walking, I have met persons from all walks of life, all across the campus. Persons who have accepted and shared my vision. Now, if you have not seen me across the campus, you have an opportunity to know, to ask any questions that you feel like you want to ask, to find out more about me and my vision for you as UTech students. This is me, Kingston Daniel Case, standing here in front of you. You know me now, so go spread the word and tell everybody, vote Case for Vice President Public Relations.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
All right, you started out. All right. First question: are you guys aware of the current implementations within the portfolio that you're vying for that are used to communicate to the students?
I am aware because I was a part of the public relations committee on the
I
Delta.
didn't hear you made mention of the app that was created.
UTech app. I know of it.
I didn't hear you made mention of that.
I know of it though. I did not make mention of it in my
Alright,
speech.
because we want the students to know that you have done your research for the portfolio to know what are already implemented and how you will enhance. So I want you guys to tell us what are some of the things that are currently in place that are lacking and how you would add onto that or put systems into place that will enhance the effective communication between the union and the students.
Well, firstly, the UTech app. Unfortunately, we do not have a stable internet connection on campus for everybody to download the app or use the app. However, what I plan to do, if I should win, is to create a new avenue for this app to be used. Creating a version that can be used on Windows. By creating a version that can be used on Mac. Right? These are the things that will encourage people to use these apps, as not everyone has a smartphone. I can assure you. Now, in relation to the other mediums that are there, we have a Twitter account, we have a Facebook account, we have, I'm not sure if we have a YouTube yet. No, we don't have a YouTube. We have a YouTube? Exactly. I did not know that. However, in improving these accounts, what we intend to do is to tie these accounts to specific events. Right? Follow UTech Students Union on Twitter, you win a free ticket. Right? Like us on Facebook, you win a free drink at these accounts. Right? These are just a few of the things that we plan to use.
Just for clarification, some of the things that you are saying are already in place. Please give us some innovative and creative ideas that you will bring forward.
If these things are in place, they were not put in place by my Vice President of Public Relations. As I did not know of it.
As I said before, for clarification, please tell the students some innovative and creative things that you are planning to bring to the portfolio that you're vying for.
The innovative things that I plan to put in my portfolio, as I have said before, is the integration of off-campus sites. Right? The UTech is not centralized as it stands now. We are fragmented as a union. A lot of people do not know that there are other campuses other than the UTech main campus. Alright? Now, through communication with these campuses, we'll be able to get more likes and follows on our Twitter and Facebook account.
Okay. I am Mr. Smith. I am aware of the current apps that the app, USU Radio, I.W.C Campus, the Twitter, the Facebook, Instagram, all these accounts, right? And the ones affiliated with UTech, right? Communication is a tedious task. It's not just loving the talk will make you a good communicator. How can I get everybody's attention? While thinking about this, I implemented one in my manifesto where that an internal networking system through all faculties and all campuses. One of my aims is to have a PR person in every faculty. That I will host meetings on a regular basis to get the information out. I will work closely with all the directors, all the executives, and all the reps of the faculties, right? Technology advances every day. So I will think of new and innovative ways, such as snapshots. As you know, we have the Gazette, the newsletter, right? snapshots where you will be offered prizes, right? The tradition of the university is quickly slipping. Right now, if I ask you to say, if I say Yui, 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 most of you know that the rest is oi, oi, oi. But UTech has nothing. What do you say when someone says UTech, apart from night? Yes, we're night. Night what? Right? So now, we want to bring everybody together on a unified front that everybody communicates together. When Skip has something, we can relate to all the public relation persons from all faculties.
My turn. Afternoon, gentlemen. Again, you're all saying all the right things. But if you're going to sell something, you must know what you're selling, agree?
True.
Good. So this question is for each of you. What do you see as the UTech brand?
Currently, I'm the captain of the UTech basketball team. I like to observe and I like to listen to when people talk. To me, the UTech brand, as bad as it may seem, promotes only what they see fit that will generate enough income. I make reference to kinetic energy and not bashing engine. You know about kinetic energy months in advance. However, I had to hear screaming on the backfield, and my inquisitive nature prompted me to go there to realize that it was our sports day. I'm not bashing the universities or the students' union ability to promote parties, because I believe that revenue has to be generated in an honest way. However, I believe that the same publicity that certain events get, that all events get the same publicity right across the board. So UTech as it stands, I will say, is a little biased to what generates funds or to what the people want. So that's why I choose to understand people and get everything out to everyone.
Good afternoon again, everyone. Now, that is indeed a tough act to follow. However, what I view as the UTech brand is our students. Our students are the ones who are the life of this campus. Not the parties, not the teams or the sports or the activities, our students. Our students are indeed UTech. Now, on improving our brand, the students, what I intend to do in my portfolio is to implement programs and forums for our students to execute their talents, to display their various talents. We have a lot of talented students here who are not getting recognition. We have a lot of talented students here who are not getting recognition, honestly. Now, the strongest resource that any school, organization, faculty, or any place in society can have are human resources.
Now, from my department, before your cheering section goes crazy, both of you, do you know how long before a proposed event a form must be in my office? He has answered it. I've asked the question because of this, for those of you who figure I try to trip up people. I've been here since 2004. I've seen this before. Everybody gets up and makes grand speeches as to what they're going to do for you. Then you have problems getting sessions or whatever you want done because the form that allows you to do so, that clearly says on top of it, must be submitted 2 weeks before the proposed date, arrives in my office 2 days, if not the day before. Or then somebody tells me, well, Mr. Finch Smith, you want to say, I put it in, but I can't find it, and I submit it to somebody who said I'm going to bring it to you. And these are the people who are very articulate on a stage telling you that why they want it to serve you. So the first thing you need to know, one, is the brand you are going to be promoting, and two, the rules that you're going to have to uphold. So as good as both of them sound, make certain that you can deliver.
Thank you.
I'm now welcome to questions from the audience.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My question to you, Mr. Case, right? Being that you are part of the PR committee, you have served already on the committee. Now you have proposed certain mechanisms that you wish to implement. Why didn't you propose these mechanisms prior to now?
Well, thank you for that question. The simple thing is that the former Vice President of Public Relations had a full manifesto. Right? Now, in order for her to complete her manifesto, there is no possible way that so many things could be implemented in the time period given. There is no possible way in order to complete the manifesto.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody again. To both candidates, you said you're aware of the USU radio. I want to know what will you do if you're elected to ensure that more intellectual or academic debates are done on the USU radio, and that we can have more UTech students putting their voice out there on the radio so that we can have intellectual discussions as UTech students. What do you have in place for that?
That's a good question. Now, having been a part of the interfaculty debating training through Ms. Delta Wright, I have a great understanding of what a debate hosts, what is needed to host a debate. Now, as I said in my speech, I intend to implement various programs and initiatives included to ensure that USU Radio is a cut above the rest. These include an event or a program from every faculty. Every faculty will have a specific program or an initiative on the radio that they will be responsible for. Whether it be a talk show, a debate, or simply just a vox pop.
In response to your question, everybody loves music. Everyone has their own genre. Everyone has a different liking. The debating might speak to some, while just listening to music will speak to another set. I believe before we can move forward in implementing new strategies or strengthening the strategies that are already in place, that we find out from the people what is it that they like, what is it the change that they would like to see, and then if they are feasible to attain, we will move forward in that direction, because having a radio station that we feel is appropriate, or having a debate system that we feel is appropriate, but the population does not agree with it, it makes no sense.
Alright, I have heard manifestos from the Department of Public Relations for many years, and honestly, I have heard everything that you both have presented to the table, right? But what I still have not heard, I have heard what you intend to do. What I have not heard is how you intend to do it, because over and over and over again we've heard about, networks between the students, posters and flyers, and obviously students here can attest this has not been working. How are you going to be different? How are you going to make it work? This is to both candidates, because I'm sure the students right here, right now, need to know not what, not when, not where, but how.
Thank you. It is my intention to create in every faculty a committee that mirrors the union. Right? How I plan to do this is to have every position that is on the union in every faculty, because not everyone can be reached by my voice alone, nor my committee. And though we have USU radio and we have all the mediums that technology has to offer, word of mouth still proves to be the best way to communicate. Now, the persons in each faculty, the faculty representative, know everybody on their faculty on a more personal level, on a more approachable level. So when they get the buzz and they can feel the beat throughout the faculty, I believe that people will be more in tune and aware to what is happening.
I have already been in dialogue with various persons within faculties, organizing an initiative to get every single person to a meeting as soon as or if I should win the portfolio. Following a week before school close, I will meet with all representative PROs to ensure that they understand what is within their portfolio, they understand how information should be disseminated to every single student, and they understand the importance of the information reaching to the students, not only reaching to them, but reaching to them on time.
My question is directed to Lloyd. In his speech, you stated that you're a full-time student and also part-time, or a part-time, and also you go to another job. So my question is, how will you have time to serve us as students after that?
Hi. As I said in my speech, I thought long and hard about the change that I often wish for or I speak about seeing. I realize the hectic duties and the demanding responsibilities that the Public Relations Committee or the Public Relations post comes with. Sacrifices must be made. Something has to go. And with a committee and delegation, the power of delegation, and having a full and strong and competent committee, after making a few sacrifices, I believe that with my committee beside me, I can accomplish this feat.
Alright, good afternoon. This question is dedicated to you both. We are the UTech Students Union, and as PR, your job is to network with internal and external entities. I want to know, have you researched within the university some of the departments, some of the implemented strategies that you can use for our benefit as students?
What I do know about is the medium for overskit, where you can have your posters posted on the screens in the labs. I know of the USU radio, I know about the Twitter accounts and the Facebook accounts, I know about notice boards and all of those, right? I know how to broadcast through these mediums already, and I am aware of these.
I am aware of all the initiatives that he has outlined, as well as the great thing of word of mouth. Other than that, I'm not aware of any other initiative organized within University of Technology outside of the Students' Union that does any sort of promotion.
Alright, so this is more of a statement. So for both candidates, we've heard. For both candidates, I said this is more of a statement. We've heard what you plan to do, and really, as was highlighted before, a lot of the things that you said you want to do, they already existed. Now, Miss Wright, in her tenure, she started the USU radio, right? So what I'd like for both of you to do is to think about it, because I'm sure you have a passion for serving while you're here in the first place. So go and think about what it is that you are going to do differently to market the union, not only internally but externally, because corporate image is important for the Students' Union to have sponsorships and other things. So it's not just about what you can do inside UTech, but it's also about marketing the university and the union outside.